Hello, Nithyananda.
Nithyananda.
My name is Apia Saki. I live in London. I'm Ghanaian by birth, but I've been living in London for a long time. Both my mother and father are not in the body. My mother died 2 years ago, and I went to Ghana. I went to her funeral. And so I had someone sit with me to complete with her, because even though in the last year of her life we had a lot of conversations, but I didn't think she got it. And talking to someone, I felt was a very, very powerful process. I felt a lot of tears, a lot of relief. And I could distinguish that there is my story and there is her story, because my mother was never there when I was a baby. I didn't feel her presence at all as a baby. I didn't feel her love. And then when she became an adult, she became my child. I took care of her for the last 20 years of her life. So I felt as if there were many issues incomplete. And then I also promised to buy her a house, which I didn't do before she died. So all those issues came up, and even though I felt a lot of relief, I felt there is still some work to be done, some more conversations to be had. Then I had someone else sit for my father. My father died when I was a baby, so I never knew him, I never experienced him. And I've always thought it was not necessary, because he's been dead a long time, and I'm quite a middle-aged man. So I thought it's a long time ago, but I felt very moved to do it. This person I didn't say much, but I felt two things happened, In
a way, when you start being in integrity in your day-to-day living.
Yeah.
The various words you've given in a lot of places in your life, you'll have to go and complete all those words.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They are all, by the way, connected.
Thank you.
That gap you're experiencing is because of that.
Mm-hmm.
You've given your word in many places to many people, in many ways.
Yeah.
You have to very minutely get into all of that and complete all of it. At any point, there should not be any word which is left unattended, that you've uttered out there in the air. Go ahead, she has some guests come over and told me to call back later. I then called my sister and had a beautiful completion with her. And as I'm pushing her to come for IA, she told me she was all excited about it till she heard how she'll have to complete with so many people. I know she will attend. Swamiji, please bless me to complete successfully with all other people in my life, and that I could attend level 2 soon with my husband and engineers for both my kids.
Tathastu. So be it. Blessings. Go ahead.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I could zero in on the exact root pattern, not only mine, by listening to Ma Manishama's how she analyzed and all the, I was intently listening to all the other person's root patterns, and some of them indirectly or directly were I could apply to relate to my root problems also. So I had told my wife also why I am not that successful in my career, though I had seen success earlier, why I am losing and all. Because of that, both of us started suffering from some sort of inferiority complex of myself as well as my wife. Because myself being somewhat dominating, it would have carried on to her also, and then both of us were having this subdued personality. Now, today's exercise is also how not to shrink ourselves and all those things. Now it has given vivid clarity to my perception about life and all. Now I don't consider age as a deterring factor. Though I am 64, I don't feel like that. I still feel I have got lots of energy left in me, and I am looking ahead to give back what she had aspired, and that's how I completed, and she was very glad.
Even I think 2 தடவை வந்துட்டாங்கல்ல, திரும்பி போனாங்களா?
ஆமா சாமி.
எத்தனை தடவை?
ஒரு தடவை 1 year இட்டு வந்து வச்சிட்டு இருந்தோம் சாமி.
Once she came back and 1 year she was here and then she went back. It's such a big mess. They came and told me, I said, what can I do? Only see, if the other person also comes, I can heal it. But the son-in-law is not coming. So I was telling them, see, I can't interfere in his free will. All right, you tell Kalabhairava, let him do something. They wrote the question and gave it to Kalabhairava. I think Kalabhairava answered, I'll take. என்ன சொன்னாருங்க Kalabhairava?
காலபைரவர் வந்து அவங்க கிட்ட இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டு சுத்தம் பண்ணிட்டு உங்க பொண்ணை கட்டாயம் வாழ வைப்பேம்மா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நேத்து வாக்கு கொடுத்துருக்காரு சாமி.
ஸோ சொல்றது முன்னாடி கரெக்டாக.
ஆனால் அந்த அவங்க மாமியார் வந்து இங்கே ஒரு தடவை வந்தாங்களாம் சாமி. இன்னைக்கு ரம்யா பொண்ணு சொன்னா இல்லைங்களா எங்கள் நித்யானந்தர் குருகிட்ட, அப்படியாம்மா அப்போ நான் ஒரு தடவை போனேம்மா, என் ஃப்ரெண்டு கூட்டின்னு போனாங்க. ஆனால் வந்து அவர் குரு இல்லை அந்த டைமில், எங்கேயோ வெளிநாட்டு போயிட்டு இருந்தாங்கன்னு சொன்னாங்க. நான் இங்கே வந்துட்டு போயிருக்கேன்னு. அதுக்கு தான் சாமி அந்த அம்மா கனவுல போயிருக்க மாதிரி இருக்கு. அந்த அம்மா இங்கே உள்ள என்டர் ஆயிருக்காங்க, இங்கே என்டர் ஆகிட்டு போயிருக்காங்க.
See Kalabhairava, it is his job. Good, okay.
சாமி அவங்க லைஃப் இதே மாதிரி எப்பவுமே
நல்லா இருக்கும். காலவர வேலைய ஆரம்பிச்சதுல நல்லா இருக்கும். Give me a little time. And see, Kalabhairava clearly went and did what needs to be done. Kalabhairava went to the dream of the mother-in-law and showed the mother-in-law that they two are sitting with me in the hall, and then the mother-in-law coming here and taking blessings, and she also saw the banyan tree in the dream. I think remaining story you guys understand.
Yeah, before you go ahead, I'll just read a note from Singapore. Pooja from Singapore is saying, I thought I was already complete with my father. Even then, I called just to thank him and say I love him as per Mamanisha's instruction. To my surprise, incompletions which I didn't even know came up and I started talking about them. He just said past is gone, leave it and move ahead. If I'm happy, he's happy. When I thanked him and said I love you, he simply said thank you. I now also realize that somewhere this completed him too. Yes ma, got it.
Great.
Thank you.
சுவாமிஜி, நான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு என் ஒய்ஃபை கால் பண்ணேன். அவங்க வந்து அவங்களோட எப்படி இருக்கன்னு கேட்டேன். நீங்கள் எப்படி நினைக்கிறீங்களோ அது மாதிரி நான் இருக்கேன் அப்படின்னு சொன்னான். உடனே எனக்கு சரி, நான் ஒரு சாமியெல்லாம் எங்கள் முன்னாடி இருக்காங்க, நான் என்னை ஒன்று கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, நான் அதனால் இதை சொல்கிறேன், நான் இனிமேல் எப்போயும் ஜாய்ஃபுல்லாக சந்தோஷமாக அவங்க கூட எப்போயும் நல்லா இருப்பேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி சொன்னாங்க. நீ சரின்னு ஒரு வார்த்தை சொல்லு அப்படின்னேன். ரொம்ப நேரம் சொல்லலை. அப்போ எல்லாரும் சாமியெல்லாம் முன்னாடி இருக்காங்க, நீ அதனால் சொல்லு அப்படின்னேன். சரின்னு சொல்லிட்டா. அதுலேருந்து எனக்கு மனசு சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது சாமி.
ஆனால் ஃபுல்லாக உட்காந்து கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணுங்க, போய் உட்காந்து.
சரி சாமி.
Yes, please go ahead.
Swamiji, this is actually a request. I am standing here to speak, but I would prefer not to speak today. I would request, because there are a lot of level 1 participants that I can see who are not speaking.
Depends. Continue the completion. That will be the first message. If you want me to give only one word to you as a takeaway message, I'll give continue completion. At least next 3 months. Keep this as a completion season. Complete with the school teacher with whom you studied, and the lady who worked in your school, and the nurse who attended your delivery. Whoever you remember, you know, go and complete with them. And all the people with whom you are living, complete with them. So do completion. That will be the first message. I can say the only message I may give you.
Now, before anyone else goes ahead, I'll have a question from Ohio. Amanda, who's saying, Swamiji, I have the feeling that most of the... Ohio, can you hear me? Yeah. I have the feeling that most of the completion I need to do is with myself. Can you help me clarify this? Am I avoiding something? Are there people in my life that I still have major conflict with?
Manisha, why don't you finish?
Yes, Swamiji.
You address.
So Ma, you went through the root incident. Did you get there? Did you work on it? Did you, correct? So whatever is happening there, you need to really be there fully and begin completing with self from there. Okay? Again, what Swamiji just said today, apply that. Don't have self-doubt come and destroy the process for you. Whatever has happened through the program has happened very, very powerfully for you. I would like you to get that and move with confidence with that. You
Why
know,
I clapped, I thought this answer. I wanted her to tell the answer without me interfering. I just wanted whether she catches exactly what I am going to say. She got it. That's why I was clapping. I was so happy, and I also wanted to say, see, let me see whether she catches exactly what I am going to, what I will say. And I can say, she said exactly. Go ahead, Ma, go ahead.
So, the self-doubt, Ma, that is one pattern that's there for you, which is what is telling, continuously it's sitting in your head and telling you, oh, there's something else. This is not it. There's something. This is not it. Ma, just get one thing, Ma. This is it. Are you getting it? There is nothing else. No clouds will come, no clouds will give way, no roof will shatter, no angel will descend from there, come into your ear and whisper. And even if they do, you know what they'll tell? This is it. This is it. You just got it and get that. Okay, don't have your self-doubting mind come and destroy the whole thing for you. Because now that's the only way it can get you back into its fold. And it will do it for all of us, by the way. No, it's not a one-time thing, it does it for everyone. Are you getting it? There was a time when Swamiji's avataric mission, before it got revealed to Swamiji, I don't know, it's shocking. I don't know if many of us know this. Swamiji thought this is all not there. From his life, from his birth, he's lived this. And he just said that, I don't know if there's anything. He put away all his things. And he was just like, now I'm going to...
All you guys should know what she says is truth. There was a time I gave up. I gave up everything.
Many people's jaws are opening. No, that's the truth, what?
In 1999, and I tried to commit suicide. Come on.
So, Ma, that's bound to happen. You get what's happening? That's bound to happen. So this is what you really got to put your foot down on the self-doubting mind that's happening again and again inside you, because that's the only thing which is there as a gap between you and completion happening for you, which is already there. You're not getting to connect with that only because of that self-doubting thing happening inside you, which exactly Swamiji is speaking about, yesterday and today, if you see. So even incarnations have it. So just don't even, just don't give any power to it. So Swamiji's biography is that, he's gone through that. The Buddha's biography is that. In the Buddha story, if you see the whole story, they say in the end, when Buddha is sitting, the final, in the lotus posture, and he's like, now either I'm there, either that state is coming through me or I'm gone. I'll not move till then. The story says Mara sends his daughters. Somebody comes, dances beautifully. Obviously, that's a depiction to show how the mind of Buddha, Mara means Maya. In Pali, they refer to as Mara.
It's actually one and the same, my self-doubt. And Buddha's Mara, everything is one and the same.
Exactly, Swamiji.
It's a different description, that's all.
Because I've seen the similarity in the lives of Buddha and Swamiji. Exact same thing. And it describes...
Even Ramakrishna went through this. Even Ramakrishna, when he was not able to handle his self-doubt only, he tells Mother Kali, if you don't give darshan now, I am going to cut myself and die. So he removes the sword. And when he's about to cut only, the Kali appears and gives him darshan and liberates him. You understand? See, that self-doubt is like you have given up everything, trusting that. When that shakes, you don't have any ground to stand. It is called dark night of the soul in Christianity. Every enlightened being goes through that. That's a self-doubt.
So, you see that...
Osho went through, Ramakrishna went through, J. Krishnamurti went through, Buddha went through.
Correct? So, what made them what they are is that they never went into self-doubt, they went into self-realization instead. So just move to realization from doubt. That's all we need to do. Every step of your expansion, there will come this crisis and crossroad. And every step you got to see. It's not about what's coming your way, it's about who you are when what comes your way. Don't allow self-doubt anywhere. Just know this is it. And just move forward with that courage. Okay? So please now with this understanding sit, do your completions, you'll just see the brilliant way, so beautifully you'll experience completion. Okay, ma? Thank you. Yes, ma.
Hello. I'm Christina from Singapore. I'd like to share a couple of things. First is I feel the sessions here has been really powerful since I arrived. And a lot of things were churning inside me. In the beginning, I realized that I had a lot.
Best gift to the person who's been the source of your life in this life. So have all of them somehow meet Swamiji. That's the only way we can give them. That's the highest thing you can gift to any human being. If they're in the body, in the same space, in the same age as Swamiji is in the body, they should meet him. According to me, otherwise they've wasted. There's no purpose there's nothing else I feel for which they should be alive outside in the planet if they've not done this. So do stand up for them how she stood up for you, isn't it? See, how you have so much of acknowledgement and gratitude for her, the only way you can repay it back to her by you standing up for 10 more people and keep the lamp alive by passing it on that way. Thank you. Before I ask you, I'll just share what Ohio said, ma.
All right.
Quickly. Thank you. So Ohio, ma Prema Achala is saying, Swamiji, I discovered two main incidents in my life. I thought my father was the main incident where I created my root pattern, but I discovered that during this training about the sexual abuse from my babysitter. I think this came before the incident with my dad and is my actual root, but I'm not sure. Can I please have clarity?
This is actual root, ma.
Ma, are you able to hear, Ohio?
The sexual abuse pattern which started erupting from the sexual abuse is the root, actual root.
Ma, did you get that? So please start completing from there and then move with all other completions. Thank you for sharing, ma. Yes. Yes, ma.
Okay, first of all, thanks, Bhavani. And thanks to Dr. Amud for taking us through all this and for sitting with me and getting myself sorted. Okay, okay, shall I talk about my experience?
Yes, you should. Are you comfortable talking?
As in the phone calls?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was one of those that had to pack one day earlier and tell my...
That's my very concern. That is the only concern I have. If that were there, then it's perfectly all right. Because that is not there, Nirmala, don't allow it to happen one more time. Don't allow it to happen one more time. Your chance now to really break it by staying back. At the end of it, the next 11 days, it's not about, something right or wrong about staying back, but it's really about breaking what holds you in your life. Because now you're voting for your mind and not the master. Don't do that. You voted for your mind all your life and you know what you have in your life. You understand? So when you go back also, Nirmala, the consequences you only have in your life. And you may come back sometime later, I'm pretty clear on that. But why? Why do you want to go through another curve of suffering before you have to come back? Because just why not break it now? And it's not a commitment of like a year. It's a commitment of 11 more days, which will fly like this. But you will be shocked at what you will be by the end of it. I guarantee you that.
You guys do the job for yourself. I create the space for you guys to do your job, that's all.
You understand? That being is waiting for just one call from the master. See how quickly you're just there. That you want to run away is just what your silly, stupid, that mind, that again the pattern coming back and kicking itself, somehow trying to grab back the property that it's kind of losing, that is you. And thank you. I know it takes a lot. I know what you're going through. I really acknowledge you for this. You will see it's worth it. And thank you very much.
Thanks, Swamiji.